Your learning outcomes from this video should be a clear understanding of the reasoning and background for this policy. You should also have an understanding of the purpose the policy serves. Educational institutions have a responsibility to support students to complete their studies. In certain circumstances, there's a need for a formalized, coordinated response to support a student in distress. Occasionally, even with added support, the behavior, welfare, or well-being of an individual student is so adversely affected as to make continuation in study difficult or impossible. There may also be concern that continuation is likely to interfere with the experiences of others to such an extent as to be deemed unsustainable. This policy is expressly intended to support individual students, whilst also recognising the right of the wider college community to live free of undue distress caused by others. Your policy must be guided by relevant legislation. In this regard, your institution shall be particularly mindful of its obligations under the Equal Status Act of 2000. There are long-established policies and procedures in place in third-level institutions to deal with those not achieving academically or whose behaviour breaches the student rules. This policy is intended for circumstances not covered by your institution's pre-existing policies and procedures. The policy outlined in this video is in place for two reasons. Firstly, to identify students whose behaviour, well-being, or welfare are of concern to themselves or others, or whose behaviour or actions are impacting adversely on the learning, working, or living experiences of others to such an extent as to give rise to concerns as to their fitness to continue in study. Secondly, it is in place to provide supportive formal procedures that enable a student to withdraw or take a leave of absence voluntarily on the grounds of fitness. Finally, it is in place to determine if and how a student is to be required to take a leave of absence on the grounds of fitness.